From 354 to 355, the rhythm of the fight slows down a bit, as Hisoka is realizing that the dance he was performing with Chrollo might have been a solo act all along on the spider's web. Even thinking back on his words, there were no lies in the explanations given about the abilities, but there was so much space for assumptions that Hisoka took that route easily. From then, that's why he made a whole list of conjunctures based on the abilities given, as in activating gallery fake, bookmarking a book, creating a crowd, activate order stamp, and command them to break Hisoka. And he realizes that the order might have been different and that it's actually something looking like activating gallery fake, bookmark a closed book, create a crowd of copies, activate the sun and moon, impress the sun and moon on those copies, deactivate either or both because it doesn't matter, since sun and moon keep those copies in action because they won't vanish, activate order stamp, then command them to break Hisoka. And as he's looking at the crowd, he's just thinking about it. He's thinking that sun and moon might be good in a way because the number of copies might only be in between 20 to 30, maybe just a bit more. But any more time he loses, he knows that there's gonna be more copies coming. And he jumps back into the arena thinking about every couple of seconds is another puppet that might be added to the game. He's looking at the crowd, keeping an eye on how they're acting, how scared they are or such and such. He realizes that most of the people on the second floor seem to be pretty calm because they are out of range, and he's just not able to tell where Chrollo might be, if he's pretending to help people or whatever else he might be, but he's keeping an eye on the whole situation. Although he's on the waiting end, he knows that Chrollo can't wait that long either, because paramedics and other security personnel will be coming in soon enough. But that also means that the next attack will be the biggest one coming. Hisoka readies his aura, knowing that probably puppets with sun and moon on them will come exploding at him. Suddenly, there is a brouhaha. There is a certain movement going around. Puppets are going around in the crowd and seemingly attacking people, or just going crazy in the crowd. It's hard to tell. Hisoka assumes that it's puppets attacking the people. There is just so much movement in the crowd. But during that distraction, the announcer, which has been explaining every aspect of the fight, is actually attacked. But not attacked. Her earphones get taken and order is given. Order of breaking Hisoka, which is loud and clear for the niggas in the back. Hisoka just turns around as fast as he can just to look at the announcer, but everything's gone. It's been done. That was Chrollo. He picked up his chance to give an order to the whole crowd. The whole crowd being violent at each other was just a distraction, but you can just hear it and understand that something was set in motion as hundreds and hundreds of people starts running with violence. And everybody's wondering, why is the crowd running towards the arena? We get this beautiful shot of Hisoka realizing that this was not 20 or 30, this was way more. Like I was specifying, these are all mostly fighters, and you can just see it in the body types that they represent, from ninjas to sumo wrestlers to other clowns. They are all coming for Hisoka. But if you look, they are mostly coming from the first floor. Nobody on the second floor seems to be jumping from there to Hisoka's position. Keep that in mind. Hisoka smiles, realizes that this is really it coming at him, his climax. He's not thinking that much this time. Pulls out the hand and attaches all fingers to puppets, all 5 fingers to puppets, and picks them up with all his strength, making some sort of hammer of puppets that he covers in the aura and just swings it like he was doing with the head, but this time big mode is doing it with the whole thing. He smashes away the army of puppet coming at him, his harlequin face showing, and he seems to be enjoying himself as he's smashing them and goes round and round, making a cyclone, tossing them away. We see that the scale of it is way bigger than everybody could have thought, because these are hundreds and hundreds of audience members going at him. But he realizes that his hammer isn't that solid because the 5 bodies are too much to get completely covered in aura. It breaks away. So he goes back to the OG tactic, goes for the head, snatches a puppet's head quickly and starts popping heads, going at it, pop, pop. pop, pop. No hesitation. Puppets coming at him. He kicks and defends himself the best he can. Throws up some more bungee gum and attaches itself to another set of puppets. And as that's happening, as the intense mayhem is going on in the terrain, and audience members are still commenting about it, we see the phone. We see the phone for Black Voice. Orders being given. We can tell from these earrings that it might be somebody we are familiar with. Hisoka knows that smashing away at these puppets doesn't take care of them, and that the only weakness they have is an attack straight to the head. But as Chrollo is giving orders for somebody to duck and such, Hisoka takes back the head of the puppet that he was carrying all along to pop heads. He returns it to its hand. At that same exact moment, Chrollo says, "Now," and we see an explosion. It goes boom. The crowd is aghast. Hisoka is aghast. He looks at his arm and he sees that all his fingers are pretty much gone. His hand is damaged. He was attacked. I didn't see it. The audience didn't see it. Hisoka didn't see it. You might have not seen it. But it happened just that beautifully. And this right here is where I call the 4D play in a chess match. This was the play that was unforeseen. In lots of ways, this is the master play of the whole game, because I could not see this coming. Even though I understood Sun and Moon, even though I saw how it works. This is the play that goes through dimensions to reach Hisoka right here. Well, and crazy enough, I have to stop it at that play. And I hope to see you again. Thank you for the watch.